This is Batman. He wants you to vote for him. Now, before you rush off to the polling booth and give him your tick, here's 5 important things you need to consider when voting in any election. Firstly, an election is not a popularity contest, so voting for a candidate or a party because they seem cool, hip or popular is probably not the best way to go about things.
But I'm Batman.
You may well be Batman, but you aren't voting for someone on a talent quiz show. You're voting for a politician or a political party that has a whole host of policies, ideologies and beliefs about the world that will shape the future direction of your country. Number 2, don't vote based on nostalgia.
Remember my dad, Thomas Wayne? You should vote for me because he was awesome and did lots of cool things for Gotham, like that monorail he built when he was still alive.
Batman's dad may have done some really great things in the past, but you aren't voting to determine the past. That's already, well, it's in the past. That's the whole point. Instead, you are voting to determine the future path your country will take, which is the important thing you need to remember when you cast your vote this election. Number 3, don't let a candidate or party scare you into voting for them.
Hello, Gotham. If you don't vote for me, bad things will happen to you and your country if Batman gets elected.
Voting based on fear is generally a really bad idea, and it often causes people to stop paying proper attention to the policies and outcomes that they are actually voting for in their state of fear. Vote for the party or candidate with the policies and views that you think are right and good, not the one that has made you the most fearful of voting for anybody else. Number 4, don't vote for a candidate or party just because they're handing out the biggest lollipops.
Come on, Gotham. You know you want one.
Before you go voting for a party because they seem to be offering you lots of free stuff, just remember that all of those freebies have to be paid for. Most of the time that means spending taxpayer funds, that's the money you give to the government in tax, on all of those giveaways. Because money doesn't grow on trees, that means taking money from other areas to fund those election freebies. So before voting, ask yourself whether that lollipop really is the best use of taxpayer money, or whether it could be better spent on more pressing priorities. Number 5, don't vote for a political messiah.
I'm practically Jesus round here.
No, he's not, and neither is any other politician. Political parties and politicians are not divine and they're not superhuman. They're ordinary, everyday people just like you and me. So don't vote for a candidate or party because you think they're going to miraculously solve all the problems in your country and usher in a brave new world of peace, love and prosperity. In fact, this sort of approach to politics normally ends up in totalitarianism and other problems, not peace. Be wary of any political party or candidate offering quick fixes or promising to completely solve major and complex social issues if you vote for them. Life is never that straightforward, and in politics it's always vitally important to double check the fine print of any promises that are being made, just to make sure that you're not being sold snake oil instead of an actual cure.
I'm not the hero Gotham wants. I'm the hero Gotham needs. To vote for, 2 ticks Batman.
When you vote in your next election, remember, the most important thing is the policies and ideologies that the various candidates and political parties are driven by. Don't get caught up in trivial or superficial things. Instead, take a good hard look at the actual future direction that a candidate or party wants to lead your country towards. Then ask yourself, is this really the right path for us to be heading down? And when it comes to casting your vote, don't forget to think about the vulnerable members of your community, the human beings who don't get a vote or who are on the margins of society, and how the policies on offer this election will affect them as well.
When the polling booths are open, you have my permission to vote. 2 ticks Batman.